Good morning. Today we are going to solve a problem on starting methods of induction motor. The problem is like this. At 2200 volts, 2600 kilowatt, 735 rpm, 50 hertz, 8 pole, 3 phase squirrel cage induction motor has the following parameters refer to the stator. Okay, so this rs is given. Rs is the stator resistance. This is equal to 0.075. Rr dash, that is rotor resistance referred to the stator side, that is 0.1 ohm. Xs is given. This is equal to 0.45 ohm, and xr dash is equal to 0.55 ohm. Stator winding is delta connected and it consists of two sections connected in parallel. First point they are asking is calculate the starting torque and maximum torque as a ratio of rated torque if the motor is started by star delta starting. Okay, so what is the maximum value of line current during starting? Second, calculate the transformation ratio of a auto transformer so as to limit the maximum starting current to twice the rated value. What is the value of starting torque? What will be the value of maximum line current and the torque during starting if the part winding method of starting is employed? If motor is started by connecting series reactor in the line, what should be the value of reactor so as to limit the current to twice the rated value? Okay, so first we are going to solve the we are going to calculate the starting torque and maximum torque for the star delta starter. So first we are going to calculate the rated values. So in any machines, the nameplate details or ratings mentioned here will be the rated values. Okay, so here they are mentioning that this motor is going to run at a 735 rpm for rated operation. Okay, for rated condition. So the slip at rated load will be equal to 750 minus 735 divided by 750, that is equal to 0.02. S slip is nothing but synchronous speed ns minus n divided by ns. Here ns will be equal to 750. You can just check it. 120 f by p. F is given here. F is 50 hertz and p is 8 poles. If you substitute these things, ns you are going to get it as a 750 rpm. I have a ns 750 and the motor is rotating at 735 rpm, so slip will be equal to 0.02. Now I need to calculate when it is operating on full load what will be the phase current. So to determine that, we have this condition. Okay, to determine that, we have this equivalent circuit of an induction motor. You are seeing the equivalent circuit. rs, xx, rr dash and xr dash will be in series with each other and the voltage v is applied here. So you need to remember this circuit. Okay, this is called as a equivalent circuit of a transformer. From this circuit you are going to derive all the equations. Okay, so here also I need to calculate the primary current. Okay, that is primary currents here is the stator current. Okay, so that is nothing but this equation. Okay, so this is 2200 divided by this is 0.075 rs plus rr dash by whatever this equation is there here, it is rr dash divided by s. You are going to get whole square plus this thing. Okay, so ip is you have to just apply Ohm's law here. Okay, so then you are going to get the value of primary current ip. ir dash is nothing but the primary current. Okay, so this is equal to 425.3 amperes. So here this is connected in delta and this circuit is called as the per phase circuit. Okay, so for delta connected load, vph will be equal to vl. Okay, so this value 2200 is the line voltage, but for a delta connected load, line voltage will be equal to phase voltage, so v will be equal to 2200. Okay, so I am going to get this primary current, that is here it is primary current is nothing but the stator current that is equal to 425.3 amperes. Okay, so next I will calculate the full load line current. So it is a phase value, phase current is 425.3. Now the stator is connected in delta, so it will be equal to 736.7 amperes. Okay, so I am going to calculate this omega ms. Omega ms, you know that synchronous speed ns is 750 rpm. If it is converted into radians, I am going to get it as a 78.54. Okay, so full load torque TL is given by this equation 3 ip square rr dash by s divided by omega ms. Okay, this equation is derived when studying the performance of an induction motor. Okay, so here I have this much. I am going to substitute everything here. ip is the primary, ip is the phase current. Okay, so it is 425.3. rr is given here. Okay, rr is 0.1, and yes, omega ms is 0. This omega ms is 78.54, and this slip s is 0.02, because I am calculating the full load torque. Okay, at full load torque the slip will be equal to 0.02, that we have calculated here. So if I substitute these things, full load torque will be equal to 34,545.5 Newton meter. Okay, now this motor is being started by a star delta starter. Okay, so for this I need to calculate the starting current. So this is the equation for starting current, that is Vp divided by square root of Rs plus Rr dash whole square plus Xs plus Xr dash whole square at starting. Okay, so this equation is similar to this equation. This S is omitted here, S is removed, because at starting S will be equal to 1. Okay, so you need to remember only one equation here. One equation is sufficient to derive other equations. So at starting S will be equal to 1, so this becomes Rr dash. I am substituting here. This is 2200 divided by root 3 I have taken here, because this motor is being started by a star delta starter. Initially the winding was connected in delta. Okay, but now uh, during normal operation it will be connected in delta, but for starting the winding will be connected in star. Okay, for star connection the phase voltage will be equal to 2200 divided by root 3, and I am substituting the remaining things, and I will get it as a 1251 amperes. And you know that for star connected load, the line current will be equal to phase current. Okay, so this maximum line current during starting will be equal to 1251 amperes, and I need to calculate the starting torque. So this is the equation for starting torque. Here also the same thing is done. We have this equation, starting torque, torque equation. At starting S will be equal to 1. Okay, so I am just substituting these things. This is I am substituting the remaining things, and I am going to get the starting torque as a 5979.3 Newton meter. And if I take the ratio of starting torque to load torque, full load torque, this will be equal to 0.173. So always the starting torque and maximum torque are expressed as a ratio of full load torque. Okay, for proper analysis and easy understanding and easy comparison, they are going to express the starting torque as well as maximum torque as a ratio of full load torque. Okay, so and this ratio we calculated it as a 0.173, and I need to calculate the maximum torque Tmax. Okay, this is the equation for Tmax, that the equation for T is there, and maximum torque is going to occur at a slip S equal to Sm. If you need to calculate this equation, if you need to derive this equation, you have to differentiate the torque equation with respect to S, and you need to equate that to 0. Okay, then you are going to get this Tmax equation. So this Tmax equation is given 3 divided by 2 omega ms, and this is a Vp square divided by Rs, plus or minus this term is going to come here, square root of Rs square plus Rr dash plus Rr dash by S whole square. Okay, so if you substitute these things, it will be equal to 20 8588 Newton meter. Okay, so for motoring operation only plus term is going to come. Okay, uh, so it is, so now I need to express this Tmax and Tmax as a ratio, as a fraction of full load torque, so it will be equal to 0.83. Okay, so this is about star delta starter, starting current and torque. So now we are going to move to the second point, that is, if the induction motor is started by auto transformer, what will be the value of starting current and starting torque. Okay, so starting, if the motor is directly started with delta winding and full voltage applied, you are going to see that the starting line current will be equal to this much of value, 3753.5. This equation is also same as that equation. Here s is being replaced by 1. Okay, so because during starting s will be equal to 1. Okay, so if the motor is directly started with delta winding and full voltage applied, you are going to get starting current of 3753.5 amperes. Okay, this much of high current is going to flow. Now instead of direct, this is shown here. Okay, this is shown in this diagram. The motor is directly connected and 2200 volts is applied. You are going to get this much of current, 3753.5 amperes of current is being drawn by the motor during starting. Now I am going to use a auto transformer. Okay, so this is the picture for auto transformer is shown here. Okay, I am going to apply this 2200 volts here, and I am using auto transformer, and I am reducing this voltage, and this voltage is being given to the induction motor during starting. As the motor picks up the speed, the auto transformer is removed and it is directly connected. Okay, so if 80 is the ratio of transformation, the starting line current with auto transformer will be equal to this much of 80 square into 3753.5 amperes. Okay, so if it is started like this, whatever the starting current is there here, that will be equal to 80 square into 3753.5 amperes. Okay, so this transformation, I think you know here, current of a transformer can be transferred to both sides, primary as well as secondary sides. Okay, by using a transformation ratio, the same thing we are using here. Okay, so this current, whatever this current is there, this is the starting current with auto transformer. This should be limited to 2 times the full load current. So if this condition is applied, I am going to get 80 as a 0.627. Okay, so now starting motor line current, so this much of current, whatever this current is there here, 2 times 736.7 amperes of current is flowing in the line side. Okay, so motor side, this current will be equal to 2350 amperes. You need to just transfer this current. Okay, so starting motor phase current will be, ip will be equal to 2350, okay, divided by root 3, so it will be equal to 1353.7 amperes. Okay, so this is starting motor phase current. Whatever this current is there, it is a line current, and it should be the phase current should be calculated. So this phase current will be equal to 1356.7 amperes. Okay, so starting torque, I am going to find the same equation. S will be replaced by 1. Okay, so I am going to get it as a 7031 Newton meter. Okay, so this is with the auto transformer starter. You can see the difference here. If it is directly started, I would have got 3753.5 amperes of line current. Okay, so here it is being connected here. Okay, using auto transformer, and you are seeing that the motor's line current is reduced to 2350 amperes. Okay, so there is a reduction in the line current of the motor. So auto transformer method is also able to start the motor smoothly without uh, without uh, without a high starting current. Okay, In part winding starting, only one section of the stator winding is connected. Okay, so here what happens, there will be two windings like this which will be connected in parallel in the stator winding, and this is going to form a R phase. Similarly, there will be a two parallel windings for Y phase and two parallel windings for P phase. In part winding, during starting only one winding is considered. Okay, and as the motor picks up the speed, another winding is then connected. Okay, so here, since only one winding is being connected during starting, RS value will be equal to 0.075 divided by 2, that is equal to 0.15, because if they are connected in parallel, the net resistance is going to reduce. Okay, so only one resistor is being considered now, one winding is considered now, because of that RS will be equal to 0.15. Similarly, XS will be equal to 0.9. Now starting current I am going to calculate with these things. Okay, so it is root 3. Here the motor is directly connected, uh, here the motor is directly connected in delta winding only part winding is used, but it is connected in delta only. Okay, so I am going to get the current as a 2590, and you need to be careful here that during starting only one winding is connected, so RS and RR dash values are going to change here. Okay, so this is what I am going to get. RS is 0.15 and this RR dash is 0.1. RR dash is not going to change here because it is the rotor resistance. Okay, rotor resistance will remain same. Okay, because rotor will be a short circuited winding, it is going to have a short circuited winding, we cannot change the resistance of that winding. So it is 2590 amperes, and similarly the phase current IP will be equal to 1495 amperes. Okay, this is nothing but 2590 divided by root 3, and starting torque I am going to calculate the same equation I am using here. S is being replaced by 1. Okay, so this is my starting torque. So last one is, now the induction motor is started by connecting a series reactors in line with the induction motor. Okay, in line with the stator winding. Now the stator winding is connected in delta, but this method, reactor type of starting method, can be employed only if the motor is connected in star. Okay, so I need to change this parameters of the motor to star, which will have the same performance as the delta connected winding. Okay, so I need to change these parameters. So you know that if a winding uh, a star and delta conversion, okay, in star and delta conversion, for delta winding, the value of resistance will be 3 times the value of resistance for star winding. Okay, so the same thing I am using here. So the motor parameters will be like this here. RS will be equal to 0.025, that is nothing but this value, that is 0.075 divided by 3. Okay, it will be 3 times lesser than the previous value. Okay, so RR dash will be equal to 0.1 divided by 3. Similarly, XS will be equal to 0.15 and XR dash will be equal to 0.55 divided by 3. Okay, so if the motor is having this much of resistance and it is connected in star, the performance of star connected motor as well as delta connected motor will be same. Okay, so now let external resistance be connected, XC. You can refer to the reactors saturable reactor method of starting induction motor. Their diagram is given. Okay, so you can understand this problem from that diagram, referring to that problem. Now we have this line current as starting. This will be equal to V divided by root 3 square root of RS plus RR dash whole square plus XC. This external resistance is being connected here. If you draw the equivalent circuit of the uh, induction motor, now we are going to have an extra term, that external resistance. Okay, apart from RS, XS, RR dash and RR dash by S. Okay, we are going to have this XC connected. Okay, so that XC value I need to calculate now, and this current they are mentioning that the starting line current should be equal to 2 times the full load current. Okay, so if I substitute these things, I am going to get XC value as a 0.527 ohms. Okay, so this is the value. You can tabulate these things. Okay, if you tabulate these things and you are going to compare everything, you will understand the advantages of star delta over auto transformer method, like that. Okay, you can compare each method with each performance parameters. Okay, starting torque, starting current, like that. So I think it is understood. You can go through this problem again. It is important for exams. Thank you.